Okay, let me share my screen to you and let me know.
Harsh, I loaded the data as you have shown till date, and for the visual creation, we have not created anything yesterday, isn't it?
No, only for data loading yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, because one by one we are going to step. Okay, so total of 7 steps, which I already told you yesterday. So right now, if I click on, are you able to see my screen now, everyone?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so first we are working with this transform data yesterday. So we are just loading only one data, and then first we have source. Okay, like this kind of data we are loading into this Power BI, and directly we have something transformation like changes the column, and then we have to format first row as a header, the last step which is promoted header, this one. And out of this, if we want to remove any column or delete any column, then we can do just a simple way. But so every step is located here one by one. If you check, okay, you can see one by one every step is located here. Change type 3 or rename, remove other column, so every step is located here. Okay, so now we are done with final step, but before going to final step, I am having a one question to you. Let's see, first time if you're working on any data, okay, so first you want to go to direct transformation or direct loading, because you will have two options. If you generate any file from directly loading, directly connected with any server, so you have two options. Either you can directly transform the data or you can directly loading the data in Power BI view. So I suggest you to always uh, click on the transform the data, because you need to change something, because something means if you either you want to remove some unwanted column or add some conditional column into your data, okay, or some grouping of the activities, like how change the data set, check the data set. If you directly load the data into Power BI, it will not sometime is taking good, but sometime it taking a not as a good much, because it will not give the correct picture of your visualization. Okay, so now after loading, you have to click this option, close and apply. Then your main file is loading into Power BI view. But I'm going to tell you one thing more. You can see, right click on this option, this is your data set. Right click on this option, and you have two options here. What is enable load and what is including refresh report. This is very important, and this question asks interviewer also sometime, and sometime it is depend on your working criteria. Like if you uncheck, guys, if I am little fast, you can tell me, I will do little slow. Okay, so enable load, what is the use of this enable load, guys? If suppose if I uncheck this point right now, if I uncheck this point, and you can see this point is unchecked now, and now if I close and apply, so you can see my data always here, HR data, this data will be removed from this Power BI view. See, data removed from Power BI view. Okay, so what is the impact of enable load checkbox? Suppose if you have lot of files here, lot of files means HR data, working file, some other working file, okay, and you don't want to publish, you don't want to load all the files, you want some sort of file. Like here we have 4 files, and you want just 3 files into Power BI view. So for every file which you don't want to load in Power BI view, so you can just do this, uncheck the enable load option, and this file will not load into Power BI view, but this file will be straighter in backend. This is the transform query which is located in backend, and you can see the little bit font is also changed. If you uncheck this point, if you check this point, you can change, you can see the font is changed, something italic and non italic. You can see
Can
if you
can you can you repeat this? I did not understand why we remove this enable load. I want
okay, see, suppose this is your data. Okay, right now if I close and apply, so this data will be loaded into my Power BI view. Here you can see, here my data is loaded. You can see data is loading, HR data analytic loading 233 to total 1470 row, total data is loaded, and you can see in this data set we have complete data is loaded into Power BI. But suppose if you don't want this data loading, suppose let me go into first one, click on this transform, click on this new source. I have second file. Okay, I'm going to upload my second file. New source. My second file is to in Excel workbook. Okay, yesterday we are done with CSV file. So this time I am done with Excel workbook. So click on this Excel workbook and select the path. Suppose this data. And if I click on this open option, you can see my data preview is there. Suppose in CSV file, you have a preview like this, column wise, comma delimiter like this. But in Excel, you don't have that preview option. You have this kind of preview option, like how many tables or how many sheets in your Excel file. If I open the Excel file in front of you, this is my Excel file. You can see this is the Excel file. Okay, so almost 20,093 row data we have, and this data is completely cleanest form, completely cleanest form. But we don't want to do some transformation on it because it's a complete cleanest form. Okay, and you can see one by one we have a 5 tables, like see gender table, marital status, department, skill level. These are total of 5 tables. This is separate thing, condition. I will tell you later what are the condition you have. Okay, so this is your main file, Excel file, and in which you have a 5 table, this 5 table. And go to now Power BI screen. So here you have, you can see department and department. There is a 2 times. Why 2 times? You can see this blue mark. This blue mark show you the department value in the tabular format. If you check this point, you can see the preview, department data. And if you uncheck this, check this point, this also the same data, but this time you can uh, transform the data, which is complete sheet. It is complete sheet data, department sheet data. But if you check this point, it means you can also always only select the table of the department. This is the different thing, that always if your Excel sheet having table data or complete Excel sheet, so always select the table data first. Okay, not a sheet value. Clear?
So every time we have to convert the Excel sheet into the table data first.
Right. And how to convert? Let me show you how to convert. Suppose this is your data, okay, into Excel sheet. Just select all your data, press Control T, Control T. I already pressed the Control T. Then you can see here is a table design in the upper part. So here you can see any of the table design right now, see, and you can see here table name, which is employee detail, but sheet name also employee detail. Suppose if I change here only only employee, so you can see employee is a sheet name, but employee detail is a table name. If I save this file, okay, and you can see here cancel. Now I'm going to load again. New source, Excel workbook, human data, open. And you can see here sheet name is employee, but table name is employee detail. Okay, so always select your first, you have to select all table directly, not need to select the sheets. Because why? Reason behind this, suppose if you select the table, only the table data will be shown into your Power BI report. But if you select complete sheet, it will be larger data. Because in the sheet, suppose your data having only just 20 column, but this value will depend on the basis of you have select complete sheet. So it will take some larger value or some blank value. Sometime it will give you the error. But if you select table, it does not give you the error. Okay, that's the reason we always select the tabular format of sheet. Clear? And you can see if I select one by one, you can select all the table and you can see the preview of table. Click on department. So this one is department preview. Click on employee detail. This is employee detail review. Click on gender, marital status or skill. Just click on OK. And you can see all the data one by one place here. You can see HR data, department, gender, marital status. And if you click on this employee detail, you can see properties of selection of the file is right now employee detail. If you select this gender, the selection of the file is gender. If you select this HR data, this file is located here. And if you change any of the files, suppose this is marital status file, okay, and suppose here we have an option, you can see married and unmarried. If you right click on this option and you have an option here, transform. Suppose you want this column value in the total of uppercase, so click on this uppercase and you can see value is changes as uppercase and step is located here. Clear? So now I'm going to my previous step. Suppose in this six table, I want only one table and two table showing into my backend, only two table. So for this, right click on this, uncheck this point. Right click on this, uncheck this point. Right click on this, uncheck this point. Right click on this and uncheck this point. So you can see the department which is little italic because these four are little lower text. Okay, little lower text color. So that's why it is not located into Power BI view. And if I click on this close and apply option here only, so you can see right now here we have only HR data. So loading option is only for employee detail, not for all others, only for employee detail. And you can see here the two table will be generated only. Okay, so that's the main option of enable load in our Power BI view, in our Power Query. Let me go back. Okay, so if I uncheck this point also, then this file also be loaded. Suppose if this file is already loaded in Power BI view, and after that, if I coming back into this transform and uncheck this point, so this file will automatically remove from the Power BI view. Clear? Or any doubt, anyone?
In case of in future, if we are going to for the relationship, yeah, and I have enabled the tables,
Right.
so it will work or it will work
Yeah,
or not?
yeah, it will work. It will work. Suppose in future, suppose after 1 year or after suppose 1 month, okay, you need this file into your backend, this file into your Power BI view. So you can uncheck, you can check this point, and after close and apply, this file will automatically load it into Power BI view. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now one important thing, what is first point? First point is cover, and you can see if I uncheck this point, so you can see this point is automatically disabled. This point is automatically disabled. Why? Because when you load the data, then only this value work. Otherwise, if you don't load the data, this value will not work. So if I check this point, suppose now if I check this point, you can see this option will be available. If you uncheck this point, so what is this means? If you uncheck this point, what is the means? Suppose every time if you refresh the file, every time if you refresh the file, except this column, except this sheet, all the sheet will be refreshed except this sheet. So this is the main option to include in report refresh. Suppose every time or suppose every month, if you refresh your file, except department table, except department table, all the file will be refreshing except department. And you can see, let me show you. Enable load first, enable load, and now enable load. So my all the files ready to load, and my department file is not going to include in repro refresh. Otherwise, all the file are included. And you can see if I close and apply, so you can see here my all the files are refreshing except department. Department is just refreshing because we don't have department. But second time if I do refresh, then department value is not refreshing. Let me show you. You can see complete file is ready, 1 2 3 4 5 6. And right now if I refresh the file, you can see the department is not refreshing. Okay, only those files are refreshing which we have checkbox of including refresh column. Clear? What is the point of those enable load and including refresh report? If you have little concern, you can ask me. I will Again, explain. Anyone?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, done. So now see these two files. One is CSV file. These all are the Excel file. So now we have to categorize. Now we have to categorize one by one. Like category one, we have CSV file. Category two, we have Excel file. And now we working both file one-on-one basis, not only singular basis, one-on-one basis. So see, right click on this file, and here is the option of move to group. Right now we don't have any group, so you can create one new group here and write it here as suppose category 1 and write it here as CSV file. Okay, so this file will under the category 1. Okay, and under the category 1 you have only one sheet. Same way, go to this department, click this right click, move to group, new group, and you can write it here as category 2 Excel file. It is not a compulsory that you write only the same name which I read. You can write it anything. Click on just OK, and you can see category 2. So you can just drag and drop the category 2, all the files in just one category. Skills and employee data. Okay, suppose if we work on category 2, right now we have category 1 and category 2. In category 1, we have only one file. In category 2, we have 5 files. And I am going to change the name of this file because you can see this employee detail. This employee detail value shows the complete data of the employee. Complete data of the employee. So I am going to write here a fact HR data. This is a fact table. And what is a fact table? Guys, fact table having the table in which we have duplicate value as well as in which we have total number of transaction, total number of sales transaction, total number of employee transaction during the year. It means whether it's showing a duplicate value also. Okay, so that is a fact data. And if you go into this department, so all the value is unique value. So department table is top. If any table showing the unique value of item, then it will be named as dimension table or lookup table. In Excel, we talked about lookup table. In Power BI, we talked about dim table. The name is different, but the table name, table criteria or table working is same. So this is dim department. You can write it by double click on this. So this is department table. Same as marital status. So we have only two marital status, married or unmarried. Okay. So like this one is also a dimension table because you have all the unique value. You have to remember just one thing. In table, if you have all the values which are unique, it is under the dimension table. If in the table you have duplicate value, it is under the fact table. That's two line you have to remember. Dimension table having always a unique value and whether fact table having as a duplicate value. Okay, you can change also. Yeah, tell me any question.
Many times we observed despite of unique value, it says you have a duplicate value and it gives error.
Yeah, suppose many times if under the dimension table, if you have something duplicate value, then you have to first delete the duplicate value, then you have to change the name of the dimension table. Okay, I will show you. We have many more projects. Okay, I will show you that if we have any duplicate value in the dimension table, so how to see how to remove. Let me tell you. Right click on this column, click on this column, right click. Here we have an option of remove duplicate. Okay, so you can remove the duplicate from the unique value. So only the value is remaining, only the limited value is remaining. And let me show you how. Just a minute. First, I'm going to write the name here, then I will tell you. Then skill. This is fact, and this is check. Okay, let me show you how. Suppose this is my fact table. I'm going to right click on this and make the duplicate file. Make the duplicate file and transfer into here. new other query, or make to new group, move to group, other query. Now I move into other query and I'm write as example sheet, and I'm going to right click on this enable load because I don't want to this sheet load into my Power BI view. And you can see this is your example sheet. Suppose you can see here. Suppose if I want to only these three column, if I want only this employee name, gender name, okay, or religion, these three column, if I want in my data, only these three column. So I am going to right click on this, and if I want to remove these three column, then I check this option remove column. But if I want only these three column will be remain in this sheet, so I check another point which is remove other column. Suppose if I check remove column, that means only these three column which we have removed. Okay, and the last step, suppose if we want first, second, and third, and right click on this, if I want to remove other column means only these three column will be stay in my sheet, remove other column. You can see only three column will be located here. And now you can see under this religious, you have a duplicate value, Islam, Hindu, like this. Okay, so you can right click on this. You have an option here, remove duplicate. So you can press remove duplicate, and you can see or all the value will be deleted, only the singular value will be there. So like this way, you have to prepare your dimension table in your main table. Done. So like this way you have.
But it deletes only from that column, or it deletes
No,
like
no,
example
only for that column which you already select, not for all this, only for that column.
So
okay, only for that column.
But it is not going to help. No, you lose the data of so many other employees religion.
No, it will help you when you have only the religious wide data, only the religious wide, because in dimension table you don't have any other dimension. See, in the department table, if you see, only the department value is there, na? In the gender table, only the gender value is there. So if you click on this example sheet, religious, these two are not nothing to worry. You can just remove these two. Suppose if I go to click and remove column, so you can see now it is working religious while. So it is dim religious. If you uncheck this point and write the name as dim religion, so this value will become as a dimension table as per religion. So you can search if you want to make any report on the basis of Islam, Hindu, Christian, or this way. So you can prepare, and you can see Hindu is located two times. Why? You can see the gap between this value. That is why it is located. If your Hindu value gap removed, then this is already deleted this way. So Power BI automatically run any character wise. Suppose if you have any gap, it will count as a unique value. Okay. Clear, or any other doubt in your mind? How to remove or any deleted duplicate value, any error? Right click on this. You have a multiple option. Remove other column, duplicate column. If you want to make the duplicate column and for this, you can duplicate column for this also. Okay, and remove error. If you have any error into this, you can remove any error. Transform means you have a lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word. Suppose if I go to capitalize each word, you can see the value is capitalized. Also, there is an option of trim option, and you can see the trim value. Okay, so it will automatically remove. Now if I click on this and remove duplicate, so you can see Hindu is automatically deleted, because the gap is for space gap. So if you first you have to trim the text. When you trim the text, then click on this duplicate, so only the unique value will be there. We have many options in this Power BI. You can click replace the value, split column. If you want to, if you have in one column you have a lot of value, like after delimiter, or if you want first three character or first four character, then you can split any column, or in unpivot column. Unpivot column means this is now in the row base. If you want this data into column base, you can see in the column base unpivot column, and you can see the answer religion, Islam, Hindu, and Christian, like this way. This is unpivot of the column. Okay.
The same unpivot we can do in Power Query also.
Yeah, Power Query also, in Excel also. If you want, in Excel also you have an option of Power Query, so you can do also. But in Excel you don't have 99 plus sources to connectivity. Only you have option in Power BI. In Excel you have almost, I think, 5 to 6 option to connectivity, like SQL, Excel or CSV. Some little bit option, not any server or directly Oracle option in Excel. Okay. So this kind of working, this kind of kitchen working you can do into this Power Query. And after the working, you can just load the data. So now we have two categories wise data. First one, category 1, category 2. So first one, we are working on category 1. Now second day, we are working on category 2. So in this week, we will complete these two categories. It means complete of HR project. Okay. And this file I am already located here, enable load. So if I load this file, click on this, close and apply, you can see in the backend, this file will not load it. And you can see one more thing, department value is now changed because I unchecked checked this point under the Power Query. Now it is refreshing. So now complete file is refreshing. So every time, suppose if your data is updated, let me show you. Fact HR data, click on this data and this one. So you have total of almost 20,092 rows, right? If I click this Excel file, this is my main sheet. Okay. Suppose next month you have added almost 50 employee or 20 employee in the department. So I'm just copy this data, make little down. Okay. So now data is 2104. So you have to just save the data in the backend, close this file, go to your Power BI, refresh, and now you can see automatically refresh the data file. And in this here, this one fact HR data, you can see 2104. 2103. 104 is upper header, so 103 is the data. If you go to this data, see the answer is 2103. Okay, so every time you don't want to make, every time you have to go to this Power BI and make the connecting the file. You can directly go to your backend file, update the data in the backend sheet. Okay, in the backend sheet or directly in server, and then report will be refreshed automatically.
So this sheet is the backend sheet. What you
yeah, this connectivity sheet is always a backend sheet. If you connect any file from the server, or server is a backend sheet. If you connect any file,
no, in your folder there are 4 files. I can see that. Correct.
4 files, but I select only one file.
No, you selected one file, but there are 4 files. And where is the Power BI file saved?
Power BI file saved. Because you can save directly anywhere. Directly. See, if this file, okay, Power BI files, see, Power BI is a cloud-based file. Okay, if I click on this file, save as, you can anywhere you can save. Suppose if I want to save as, and you can see, I have already saved this file into same folder. This one is the file size. This one is file size 1926:41, and you can see the file size. If I export this data 2045 KB and plus CSV file also, I have export two data. One is 223 KB, second one is this one 2045 KB. So almost 2300 almost KB. But the total actual size is 1387. So Power BI reduced the file size also. Okay, that is why we are using Power BI. Because suppose if your Excel file is 770 MB, Power BI file is just for 5 to 6 MB, not more than that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is why also we are using Power BI. So now you can save anywhere. And suppose if you want to share this file to anyone, you can directly select this file, copy, and email to anyone. Let me open my email. Email as an attachment, you can send it to anyone. Okay. You can just attach the file, see 13.87, and write the send it to anyone. So like this way, you have to send your file to anyone. Okay, and after that, suppose if you want to working, you can work on this. Okay, anywhere, not even in like where you have laptop, you can work anywhere, like in mobile also. If you have a Power BI into your mobile, okay, you can download Power BI into your mobile also, Power BI of mobile app. So you can watch the visualization on in mobile also. So this way you have to make the report, and now my all the data will be loaded in Power BI. So if you have any question till now, you can ask me, anyone.
Harsh,
No.
have done duplicate records, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, those records, if I want to delete from Power BI, how
Mm-hmm.
can we do that?
If you want to delete from Power BI,
Yeah, Power from here, from Power BI transformer query or yeah, here now duplicate records will be exist, right?
mm-hmm.
Some 10 rows you have been duplicated.
Right,
Those, if I want to delete from the same one,
same one means
how you
in this file.
same, not in this file,
Mm-hmm.
whichever you copied and you showed 2103 rows are there, right?
Okay, okay. So suppose if you want to remove any data from this backend, right?
And not from backend. Backend
Mm-hmm.
anyhow we can select and we can delete. But I want
Okay.
to delete from Power Query.
You want to delete from Power Query. Yesterday I told you, na, this one option,
Yeah.
remove column or remove row. You can select this option. Suppose
N-
go to this Fed data HR. If mm-hmm.
Harsh. Now data is duplicated, okay?
Okay,
The same 10 rows you have been selected, okay? And you copied the same 10 rows. Now
okay.
the 10 rows is duplicated.
Mm-hmm.
Those 10 rows I have to be like unique row now.
Mm-hmm.
For each employee, now two rows we are coming, right? With the
Mm-hmm.
same data.
Okay.
Uh, that duplication I have to remove. In that case, how we are going to do?
So see, you are saying that for each employee you have a two row, right?
Not all the data, which
Yeah,
you copied
right.
just
Not
now.
all the data. Suppose employee name. So you can directly click on this
Yeah,
and
exactly.
remove duplicate
Select it.
here, because we don't have any duplicate value. Na? See, in the employee
But
name,
this is fact data.
There,
This is
right?
fact data,
No,
so
no.
the
no worry,
duplicate would be
no.
there. No?
Yeah, this is fact data, but employee name is not duplicate because you have employee code also. Okay. Other thing is duplicate. You can see, suppose if I click on this, you can see nothing is duplicate here. Nothing is duplicate. Total
Harsh,
number
once
of
again,
data.
can you, no. Can you open that sheet which you have copied 10 rows and added?
This one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Here from where you copied?
I copied from here
Yeah,
20294.
take that employee filter in Power Query. Take employee ID and you can filter it out.
You can see this one is already removed. If I check this point, remove duplicate, Virginia Helga. This is only one name. Okay, this one is already removed from my data. Employee name one, because I have copied this, yes, but after that I check this point, na, remove duplicate, and now if you check, you can see now it is only one because we have already removed the duplicate data for every time. If you don't remove the data, then if you check, then it will be a two name. You can check here. If I go to little up, so you can see here this name Neo, and here also this name Neo. So this is a duplicate data 4202 and 4202. Everything value is same. So when you already remove the duplicate, then this row or either this row will automatically deleted one row. So only one unique value will be showing into your Power Query view.
Okay, you mean to tell that from any column we can delete duplicates.
Yeah, for any column, right? If you want to delete for employee code, so you can delete for employee code also. For any column you can delete. But you have to think, suppose if you delete from employee date, okay, suppose no, if you delete from date of birth, so date of birth maybe 2 or 3 people same, but the